Hello and welcome to the Burton Driving School YouTube channel, and today we'll be doing a mock test for Danny, who has a driving test upcoming. We won't say when, but we'll just say it's pretty soon. Danny, before we start, would you like me to explain the test to you?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay. Alright, the test will last between 35 and 38 minutes. The first 20 minutes will be an independent drive, and today we'll be following the sat-nav. Okay. After the 20 minutes, I will then direct you. If I need you to turn left or right, I'll let you know in plenty of time. Okay, any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, at some stage during the test, we will do a maneuver, and we may do the emergency stop maneuver. Okay?
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so I'm just going to get us started.
Okay.
As soon as the sat-nav gets loaded up, then you can make a start. Okay. Now, as we discussed before, we'll do a debrief at the end. We're not going to be doing anything during, just to kind of mimic the test for the real thing.
Okay.
Okay? Good to go?
Yeah.
Alright, just ignore the camera. Just focus on the drive.
You will arrive at your destination at 10:33 a.m.
I'm going to be like a bad YouTube buddy because I'm going to be laughing or smiling the whole way through.
Don't worry about it. You just do your thing. Okay, are we good to go?
Yes.
Okay, we'll drive on when you're ready, please. You may notice Danny talking to herself during the test. Don't worry, she isn't losing her mind. She is doing what is known as the common to drive. This is something I would highly recommend if you find it difficult to stay focused whilst driving, and it's also a great way to keep yourself calm during the test.
Cross the roundabout, second exit.
Danny manages the approach speed for this roundabout really well. As a result, she's able to select the correct lane nice and early, leaving her plenty of time to take a look to the right for an opportunity to join the roundabout.
After 300 yards, bear left.
Okay, the sat-nav doesn't give a very good instruction for the next roundabout. It is a left first exit.
Left
Okay,
first exit.
heading towards the Litchfield.
After 80.
Danny almost commits a serious fault at this roundabout. The roundabout sign indicates that left first exit is in fact a left filter lane, which means you do not have to give way to traffic on the roundabout. She almost stops as she enters the roundabout, but luckily she realizes and continues without stopping. The filter lane is marked by two solid white lines. If she had stopped, this would have been a serious fault for failure to respond to road markings. The speed limit on this road has increased from 60 up to 70 miles per hour, as indicated by the national speed limit signs. The weather and traffic conditions would have allowed her to get up to speed, but she maintained a speed of about 60 miles per hour, which for the conditions is too slow.
After 800 yards, take the exit, then go left on the roundabout. Take the exit, then go left on the roundabout. Go left on the roundabout, first exit.
On the slip road, Danny does not push the clutch all the way down, and as a result she struggles to change into second. She eventually manages to change gears but selects first gear. This slows the vehicle down too much too quickly. Luckily there wasn't anybody behind, but this could have been a serious fault if we had slowed anyone down significantly.
Go left on the roundabout, first exit. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, first exit.
Danny is about to commit a fault for planning and awareness. The sign indicates that oncoming vehicles have priority. There is a vehicle approaching from ahead and Danny should have waited at the giveaway line. Luckily, the oncoming vehicle does not have to slow down significantly, but this could have become a serious fault if we had arrived any later.
After 200 yards, turn left.
Okay, Danny, I'd like to pull up on the left in a safe place, please. Okay, one thing I did forget to ask at the beginning was one of the knowledge-based time me questions. Okay, so could you tell me how you would check to see if all your direction indicators are working before starting a journey?
Direction indicators. You press the warning
After
hazard light.
80 yards, turn left.
And press the warning hazard light, and then you either get out of the car and have a look, or you can use any windows or anything around just to make sure they're on.
That's fine, thank you very much. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll drive on.
Okay.
I keep losing bits of my pen. I'll have to fetch that in a bit. Okay, so again, this is a relatively newly built area, so the sat-nav doesn't always pick it up as it should.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's a mini roundabout.
Yes.
And it's a left first exit.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll drive on when you're ready.
Okay. Right. Focus. Get this done. Look around your car. Like so. And then up. Indicator.
Turn left.
So mirror down. So down. Can I go? Yes. Just go slowly around this way. Right. There's parkhouse up ahead. So let's do it then. There's a car coming. There. And then come out. There's another car, so don't go just yet. And then can I go? Yes. Safe to go. Just go slowly and safely. And when you can, get back in, get back in. So here,
Danny demonstrates good planning and awareness in this meeting situation. She leaves the junction on the left clear, which allows the oncoming vehicle to turn, which allows us to pass through safely.
focus on what you're doing, because you're not planning what you're doing, especially like that. Right. So after this car, I will go mirror, second gear, just be prepared for oncoming traffic.
Could you pull up on the left in a safe place, please, Danny? Okay, drive on when you're ready, please.
First gear. Go on the car. Right, so there's a car coming, so we're not going to go for them mirror, and then we come out, and then we go.
Okay, we'd like to pull up on the left in a safe place, please.
Left, mirror down.
Okay, Danny. We'll now be doing the emergency stop maneuver. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to ask you to get going. Just get yourself up to speed as normal.
Okay.
When I want you to stop, I'll put my hand in front of me and I'll say stop. That'll be the signal. Okay, at that point I want you to bring the car to a stop as quickly and as safely as you can. Okay, before I give the instruction, I'll look around to make sure that it's safe to do the maneuver. If for any reason we have to abandon the maneuver, I'll let you know in plenty of time, in which case just continue on as normal.
Okay.
But just because I'm looking around doesn't mean we're definitely going to do the maneuver.
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
You know, in the emergency maneuver, even though you said you'll be looking around, I don't need to look around. Well, I do, but like when you say stop, I don't. I just stop.
That's correct.
Okay.
You can't really ask the examiner that question, but yeah, as it's me, yes, you can ask.
Yeah. Well, you said, do you have any questions?
As in?
Rhetorical. Okay.
About the procedure, you can't start asking for knowledge. But yeah, since I'm your instructor, yes, it's not sensible to start trying to do observations prior to stopping.
Okay.
Because obviously it's an emergency. It's an emergency. You need to try and stop the vehicle as quickly as you can to preserve life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right. When you're ready, then we'll get going.
Okay. First gear. Come on with this banner hill. Look around the car. Okay. Back.
Stop. When carrying out the emergency stop, it's important to maintain control by keeping your hands on the wheel while bringing the car to a stop quickly and safely. Applying the clutch while you're braking will prevent the engine from stalling, and you should carry out effective observations before moving away, making sure you check your right blind spot before moving off. You may also want to consider using your right indicator if there is a vehicle approaching from behind. Danny demonstrates all of the points mentioned to a good standard.
Stay calm. Okay, you're neutral, first gear. Going back up. Look around the car. And then go when you're ready. Yeah, that wasn't good. But this happens, you forget it. Then you walk on.
At the end of the road, turn right.
I'd like to just pull up on the left-hand side in a safe place, please.
A safe place, okay, so here. Get the clutch in just before. So
Okay.
clutch.
And that's the end of the independent drive.
Okay.
I will now direct you. Just give me a moment. I'm just going to put the sat nav away.
Okay.
Okay, Danny, when you're ready, we'll drive on.
Okay.
At the end of the road, we'll be turning right.
My goodness. Look around the car. No, it's got mine. So, look around the car. Put indicator on. Back, can I go? Yeah.
safe place, please.
In a safe place, okay. So mirror, up, go across. It's okay. Go.
Okay. Now could you reverse back for 2 car lengths?
Okay.
Don't worry about where 2 car lengths is, I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Alright. So remember, be a bit fun with this when you put it in. I think I was fun. We'll see. No, that's not in. That's okay. In.
When carrying out the pull up on the right manoeuvre, while you are reversing, it's important to keep an eye on observations all around, but particularly vehicles that may be coming from ahead. These vehicles will be affected by your manoeuvre and you should stop if anybody approaches. You may also want to consider stopping if there are vehicles approaching from behind who may be required to come on your side of the road for any reason.
Pass. Come on the car again. Okay, and then go.
Okay, that's far enough, thank you very much.
And then go back in.
And we'll drive on when you're ready, please.
Drive on then. Okay.
Okay, we'll just be following the road ahead.
Okay. So just get the car ready, even if you can't go. Come on the car. Okay. Good. And then go gently off the clutch.
Danny is about to pick up a fault for progress appropriate speed. She notices that there's a double bend sign coming up ahead, but she miscalculates the sharpness of the bend and she slows down far too much. You should always pay close attention to any sign on a yellow background. This double bend sign on a yellow background indicates that this turn is sharper than usual, as you will see in a moment. It's important to get up to the appropriate speed for the weather and road conditions. Danny does not make enough progress on this road despite travelling on a relatively straight stretch of road. it's safe to do so, can you show me how you clean the front windscreen, please? Thank you. Roundabout, we're turning right, third exit, please. When managing a right turn on a roundabout, it's important to move out to the left lane on time. You should begin your mirror signal maneuver as you are passing the exit before, so that you can safely move out into the left lane. Moving out too late may mislead other road users into thinking you are continuing around the roundabout. On this roundabout, Danny has moved out to the left lane too late. Crossroads, we'll be turning left. To drive into one of those bays, doesn't matter which one at this stage, you're not being assessed on this. Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, you can switch the car off and you can relax. How do you think you did?
I think there's times I was like, oh, I could have done that better, or maybe I should have done this, or like slow down, or yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that you have passed.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. I'll go through the faults with you in a second, but essentially that was a pretty good drive. That is one of the more difficult test routes.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of everything. The dual carriageway at the beginning, the country lanes at the end, the really tight roads in and around Barton. Okay. The first fault that I put down for you was a progress appropriate speed fault.
Yeah.
And that was on the dual carriageway. The speed limit was 60.
Yeah.
And initially, and then it went up to national speed limit.
Yeah.
Once it goes past national speed limit on a day like today, Sunday, where it's fairly clear, We should have tried to make a bit more of an attempt to try and get a little bit higher. On a busier day, perhaps that may not have been possible. Possibly on the day of your test, it may not be possible. But today, it was possible. And really, you should be getting yourself up to speed or as close as you can.
Yeah.
The next issue we had was on the actual slip road when you had a bit of a fumble with the gears.
Yeah.
Okay. It's excuse me. It's really important that you have a plan in your mind as to how you're going to manage your gears, because I'm not sure what was happening. What were you trying to do? Were you trying to get into second?
Because I was on 5th. I think I was trying to go to like 3rd.
Okay.
But then I think I kept like messing about, so I ended up just kind of like, because it's not working, I might as well just stop and go first.
All right. So the next fault. Excuse me 1 second.
Can I ask how much lessons are, please, mate?
Oh, for you, mate. They're about 60 quid, pal.
How you doing, Zee?
Oh, wait, buddy, UK, yeah? I was wondering who that was there. One of my colleagues. Excuse me, I'm just recovering from a cold. Okay, so that was a gears issue.
Yeah.
The end result was we did end up being too slow on the actual slip road, where we got down to, I think it was about 10 at one point.
Okay.
Going down into first gear really is probably something to be avoided. Today you got away with it. Another day you may have really slowed somebody down significantly. Yeah, so in your mind have a plan. I'm going to go from 5th down to 2nd.
Okay.
Or from 5th to 3rd and then to 2nd.
Okay.
But have that clear in your mind as you're coming off, so that you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, was your clutch all the way down to the floor when you're trying to change gear there?
I don't think it was at one point, because then I was like, okay, it's too high up, and then that's going wrong. So
yeah. So it's like I mentioned to you before, get the basics right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you've changed gear, there should be no confusion there. Clutch all the way to the floor, and then you get yourself into gear.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that can cause things to go wrong, and your head will go, and then you'll panic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good you maintained a bit of composure. I could hear you saying throughout the lesson, throughout the test even, you know, shred it, get rid of it. All the, whatever the negative thoughts are, get rid of it, just learn from whatever it is that's happened. Now, I mean, incidentally, actually, one of the faults that you picked up on the dual carriageway was before we got to the national speed limit bit, and you were going slightly above the speed limit.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a topsy-turvy situation happening there. I'm trying to get this in as much of the best order as much as I can. Okay, the next fault was planning and awareness, and that's just as we got into Barton. There was the priority section there where we had to wait for the oncoming vehicles. I just felt like that would have been better there to perhaps for you to have waited.
Okay.
Because there was a vehicle coming through.
Yeah.
And they were coming through fairly quickly, so they did have to slow down for us. So I'll put that down as a planning and awareness. Had you come out any later and they had to, and if they had to slow down any more significantly than that, that perhaps could have gone down as a serious fault. So you need to be careful. Yeah, when the vehicle's approaching and you don't have priority, just wait.
Okay.
Okay, you've got nothing to gain from going through there. Okay.
Yeah.
The other two faults for progress, actually, was appropriate speed, was on the country lanes. One time you dropped down to, I think you thought that was a sharp bend, the really sharp one, but it actually wasn't. So we slowed down a lot. I could have maybe even given you another one, to be fair, on the country lanes. You were too slow.
Okay.
Yeah, there were stretches of road where you could see a decent amount. You should have been getting up to 35, 40.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're hovering around about 30.
Yeah.
Was there any reason why you didn't pick up speed on that road?
I'm not sure. I just feel like I was like, oh, I don't like country roads, I'm just gonna...
Okay. No, they're going to expect you, again, when the conditions are good, to pick up speed. When you need to slow down, then slow down.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm trying to see, was there anything else? The last one was lane discipline, and that was on the roundabout, the last roundabout we did.
Yeah.
It was a right turn, wasn't it? Third exit. You did your mirror checks and signal. We should really be looking to move out to the outside lane.
Okay.
Was there any reason why you didn't move across to the left?
No.
Okay, all right. What's the potential problem with us staying too close to the roundabout at that point and not moving out?
Other cars could be in the other lane next to you.
It does give them an opportunity to get into that space, and also it misleads people into thinking that maybe you're going around the roundabout again.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Are you pleased with that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. It was a good drive. Obviously, me and my typical style, I have to go through the areas where potentially things could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good drive.
Okay.
It was a good drive. Probably your best one so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 driving faults. So you're well within the threshold.
Okay.
You know you can get up to 15, don't you?
Yeah.
15 faults. Your 16th one will be the serious fault, and you can't get more than 4 faults for any of the 1 categories. The emergency stop was fine that you did.
Was it?
Nothing wrong with that. Why did you think that wasn't very good?
I felt like it still kept going. Like, you know, like when I did it before you showed me, it kind of still kept going, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't like a stop.
It was, I mean, the car, it's just physics. The car's not just going to stop dead as soon as you touch the brake. It's a process of slowing down.
Yeah.
And that's why you have different braking distances at different speeds.
Yeah.
So the car's not going to just suddenly stop. We did skid a little bit because the surface was a bit wet, so you can't avoid that. But the stop was decent. The precautions, the preparation to move away, all fine. Well done. Good stuff. Right, guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed that, please do like and subscribe for any of our upcoming videos. We'll be sending some new stuff out fairly soon, I'm hoping. But yeah, for now, thanks, and that's from us. It's done.
Bye.
See you later.
See you.